You can call him what you want because he went by so many different names. He-Man, action star, romance star, Dharampaji, or simply Dharmendra. The phrase, the end of an era, is used so often, but tonight it truly applies because the passing away of Dharmendra, beloved superstar of Indian cinema, is truly that, the end of the Dharmendra era. He was the He-Man of Indian cinema and he passed away earlier today. But before we pay tribute, and remember, we offer our strongest condolences to the family and to the millions of fans of Dharmendra across the country. And that's the reason why we asked tonight. Fans are wondering why the funeral happened in such a hush-hush manner. 1 week ago, when every other network got it wrong, jumped the gun and declared Dharmendra dead, NDTV was the only one that respected facts and respected the dignity and confirmation of Dharmendra's family. But today the family, in their wisdom, was completely silent. They were mourning the passing of their beloved Dharmendra. But remember that Dharmendra wasn't just a beloved family member, but an iconic star and beloved of millions in this country, which is why fans are perplexed tonight about why they were not given the chance to say farewell to Dharampaji, why they were not involved in the entire proceedings to say farewell to Dharmendra today. I want to go across now to NDTV's entertainment editor, Abira, who is the only reporter, let me remind all of our viewers, the only reporter who held out 1 week ago when every other media outlet jumped the gun, got it wrong about the passing away of Dharmendra. It was Abira who held out and said, he is not, he is very much alive. The family has asked the media to report responsibly. And NDTV was the only one that reported responsibly. Saurabh is also with us. Abira, to you first. A very, very sad day for Indian cinema, for India, for millions of fans. But I want to ask this question on behalf of every Dharmendra fan tonight. Why was the funeral carried out in such a hush-hush, almost secretive manner? Is there a reason why there was no official statement from the family? You know, everyone from the Prime Minister to Karan Johar, everyone expressed their condolences, but nothing came from the family. Can you throw some light on that, Abira?
Shiv, let me take you to the day when we, like you said, media reported that he has passed away when he was very much alive. That did affect the family a lot, and we have seen the outburst also by the family later. But that cannot be the only reason that they decided to keep it hush, keep the media away from it. Only the loved ones and his co-actors and friends were personally informed about the cremation around that will happen around 1:30, and they were asked if they can come and pay their respect. But media was not informed. We still don't have a statement from the family. And also, let me tell you, Dharmendra ji himself was a very simple and humble man. He stayed away from the limelight as much as they can. Even the Deol family, for that matter, they would never dramatize anything. They would never do anything to attract attention. Media attention is the last thing that they wanted. And that's how, what I have heard from my sources, that's how Dharmendra ji wanted to go. He didn't want to create a big hoo-ha around everything that he was doing. Even when he goes, he wanted to do it simply and humbly. He just wanted to go. While a lot of, like you said, a lot of fans wished they could pay their tribute, but the family decided to keep it very private.
No, I can totally understand the family wanting to keep things private, especially given that the irresponsible media 1 week ago had, reported wrongly that Dharampaji had actually passed on when he was very much alive, responding to treatment, and was discharged by the hospital, and in fact went home, to live a whole week more before tragically passing away today. Saurabh, in the bright lights of Bollywood, where privacy is a contentious commodity, today's very low-key funeral sort of stands out. It reminds us that even a superstar like Dharmendra wanted to keep things out of the limelight. I do speak for millions of fans today who may have felt a little disappointed that they were not able to be part of any kind of public celebration. But it is a reminder that Dharmendra's last wish perhaps was to, not be in the limelight in his final moments.
Absolutely, Shivan, but that's a question even his fans have been asking, and they wanted to give him a send-off. Many of the fans have gathered when they heard the news. Many turned up at the crematorium when the reports started coming in that Dharampaji had in fact passed away. But the fans still feel that, well, they respect the family's decision for privacy, and of course it's a very thin line between privacy and attention when it comes to a celebrity, and especially someone of the iconic stature of Dharmendra. But there are a few fans who are still hanging around his home, and let me just put that question to them. Fans धर्मपाजी के आज शायद ये सोच रहे हैं कि एक बार उनको आखिरी बार, जैसे कई सारे फिल्म स्टार्स को मुंबई में एक बार आखिरी बार एक प्रोसेशन या एक ट्रिब्यूट दिया जाता है, या पब्लिक व्यूइंग के लिए पब्लिक का श्रद्धांजलि के लिए उनको एक समय दिया जाता है, वो क्या होता तो अच्छा होता?
नमस्कार जी, सबसे पहले तो आप सभी को दर्शकों को नमस्कार मेरा NDTV की तरफ से। मैं गुड़गांव से आया हूँ, संदीप खासा नाम है मेरा, और मैं धर्मेंद्र जी का बहुत बड़ा फ़ैन था। मैं कल ही मिलने के लिए आया था, पता चला कि आज उनका देहांत होगा। बहुत ही दुखद हुआ मेरे को।
शायद समय मिलते फैंस को एक श्रद्धांजलि देने के लिए वो अच्छा होता, आपको लगता है?
यस, डेफिनेटली। अगर इतने सारे फैन रहे, पूरा देश उनका फ़ैन रहा है, तो अगर उनकी झलक देखने को मिलती तो ये बहुत बड़ा फैमिली की तरफ से भी अच्छा होता और फैंस के लिए भी अच्छा होता। तो मेरे ख्याल से एक युग का अंत हुआ है, इज अ वन ऑफ एंड ऑफ एन एरा, और मेरे ख्याल से फैंस को एक बार मिला देना चाहिए।
That's a phrase we'll hear very often, end of an era, and I just want to go across the last fan. क्या एक बार if फैंस को एक मौका दिया जाता गुड बाय बोलने के लिए, धर्मेंद्र जी को श्रद्धांजलि देने के लिए, क्या वो अच्छा होता?
तो अ ट्रिब्यूट टू धर्मेंद्र जी फ्रॉम माय साइड। पल पल दिल के पास आप रहते हो। थैंक यू सो मच।
So, fans have still been pouring in. They've been hanging around outside Dharmendra's home, hoping that, there would be some sort of news, some sort of statement. Abira has been reporting as to why that's perhaps not happened yet. The family's decision for privacy is, of course, respected. But the fans do feel that for a man of his stature, perhaps they could have considered a send-off.
The fans were owed a little bit more. I respect the privacy of the family completely, and NDTV will always stand with the family in the time of grief. But all of those fans standing outside, I think they were owed a chance to pay tribute and say goodbye personally as well, like it has happened with so many stars in the past. Abira and Saurabh, thanks very much for getting me that important live report. It is the fans that make the superstars. Let's never lose sight of that cardinal fact, because Dharmendra leaves behind an extraordinary legacy held up by the kinds of fans you just saw outside his residence. Iconic films, timeless characters, songs like the one that lady just sang, and generations of actors who looked up to him. But above all, he leaves behind love from his family, his colleagues, and the countless fans for whom he was more than a star. He was an emotion.